There we go. Auto clutch. Let's see what it does. Is it gonna shift? I don't know, is it? Second gear? It says auto. Alright, of course, I've still got to kick at you, dipshit. He did just tell me that like 5 minutes ago. I'm not listening. Alright, as soon as I get around this corner, I'm gonna do my first E-shift. Oh yeah. Oh, that is crazy smooth. What? No way. What? Down? What? Bro, you can't even... Look at the bike shake, you ready? You ready? Nothing. Okay, a little bit of movement, but not much. Damn, that is crazy smooth. So from what he said about the E-clutch, you've got a quick shifter up and down like normal, which is great, and it's fucking real nice. And then you've also got the E-clutch system. So when you come to a stop, if you're in first gear and you see this auto whatever light come on, it'll just coast, and you can come to a stop, you won't stall. Yeah, so you can come to a light in first gear and you won't stall. You don't need to pull the clutch in. It'll just sit in first gear / neutral. And then as soon as you add a little bit of throttle, it'll just coast off like an automatic car would. Which is pretty a weird sensation. I want to try it, but I know it's going to freak me out. The only caveat to that, he said, is if you come to a stop with the clutch, you have to go back to neutral and then to first gear for it to kick back in. Otherwise, if you let the clutch out, it'll just stall. Which is fine, that's normal. But it's nice that they've still left the clutch attached. Because a lot of us are so used to that clutch, we really like that feeling. Like right now, if I was coming into a bit of a panic situation, like someone crashed in front of me or there was a road hazard, I'd naturally want to reach for that clutch. And if it wasn't there, I wouldn't like that. I'd probably have a bit of an issue. So it's nice that they still give you the option. And you kind of lose a little bit of that rider feeling because you're not putting in the work as much as we used to. Imagine if this was just fully automatic, completely, like it'd be kind of boring. This is so smooth. So far, overall feel, really nimble. Super lightweight, as you'd expect with a bike like this. Brakes, haven't really tested the brakes just yet. The shifting is absolutely immaculate. Probably some of the smoothest shifting I've felt on a bike. I haven't really ridden any modern naked bikes, like, 2026 type range in a while. A lot of the bikes I'm on are very aggressive, like the Yamaha one or the Ducati V2 Panigales. They're aggressive. But this is really nice and comfortable. And obviously, yeah, being an upright naked bike, really comfy. And you can still get some good lean going. Like, look at us go. This person's a bit of a rookie, but that's... Don't touch the clutch! See, I already automatically just want to go for that clutch. Sitting at about 5,000 RPM there at 106-ish Ks. Well, okay, we're in 80 zone, whatever. Who cares? Oh my god. I don't know what it is. If it's with sport bikes. Okay, look at this. No clutch. Oh, that feels wrong. Oh. It's in first gear and I haven't touched the clutch. And then if I pull the throttle. Oh my god. That's trippy, man. That is throwing me off. I don't like... do I like that? I think so. I think I do. Oh, I do. Look at that. Oh my god, I'm set. So I used to think all these like clutchless systems and quick shifters and that were kind of just gimmicky, and I was like, oh, you're not real rider. But I don't know, I think it is. Like, it's still the same. You can still, you can still shift this bike like you normally would, but you're getting all the perks of that city life. The amount of times I want to try to do something or adjust something and I come to a stop. Well, you come to a stoplight is a good example. And you've got to fucking find neutral, which is very hard on some bikes. And by the time you've done that, the light's gone green. This bike, you can just rock it into first gear, slowly let it down to the stop. You could start messing around with your cameras or whatever, because you know it's just going to stop. I really do like that. I think for someone like me doing moto vlogging, that is a really nice feature. Just the quick shifting alone, like the fact I can take my hand off and I can drop down 5th gear, 4th gear, back up to 5th gear. That's really nice. But yeah, that E-system, very good. I respect it. And let's be honest, if you're buying a bike like this, you're not a racer. You're just going for a cruise probably. And if you want a race bike, then go get a race bike. Just know you're not going to get all these kind of features. So originally I was going to compare the ZX6R to this Honda, and I can't do that now. Like, it is a similar level of power and it's inline 4, but it's a very different bike. That one's a race bike, this one is a street bike, 100% clear as day. In terms of power delivery, it's going to be different as well because this will be geared for the street. The other one will be geared for the racetrack. But both of these bikes, I'm super impressed. Here we go. Right now, I would have clutched in. I would have already clutched in by now. Isn't this insane? And it's not finicky. It's not like glitching. It's not a pain in the ass. It doesn't freak out when I get on and off the throttle. It feels wrong. I'm really gripping my left hand quite hard here to stop myself. Hey! To stop myself from shifting with it. Once again, this is a beautiful route that they picked. It's really giving you the best of both worlds for testing out the back road speeds, the highway speeds, as well as just the, oh my God, I can't get over this bike. This is too comfortable. I'm actually kind of annoyed because I just struggled yesterday for many hours on a V2 and this is just so much more comfortable. If I had to get a commuting bike or just a bike for doing big touring through New Zealand, this would be more than enough and I'd be super happy with this. And I don't normally think inline bikes are usually your commuting type bike, but they've done it for a reason. It's really smooth and I think that's where it pays off. And it's giving me super long gears. I'm just gonna not touch this clutch. I'm just gonna see how long I could just not have my hand there. How about that? Also, I need to reposition myself because I'm not riding staggered. It's so funny how on the Kawasaki, I was absolutely gunning it. I mean, we are kind of limited here. But yeah, I was absolutely gunning it. And on this bike, I just want to cruise. And I've got no issues with it. I feel I'm enjoying myself. It's weird. 2 levels of joy. One's like crazy dopamine hit, and this is just a nice, relaxing ride. And it still feels nippy. I'm keen to get onto these back roads that we're coming up to soon and give it a bit of a blast on the corners and see how it handles it. I will know the suspension is feels a little stiff for a bike like this. Compared to my race bikes, it's not comparable. But yeah, it's a little stiff, but also it's probably not set up for my body weight. I'm quite a heavy person. I'm 6'1", 90 kilos, and I've got motorcycle kit and a leg bag that probably adds a couple more kilo on top. So yeah, this is definitely not set up for my body weight, which is fine. I'm aware of that, so that's all that matters. Another little change you could do if you really wanted on this bike, because the one thing I noticed versus a sport bike is the wind protection is very minimal. You could get a shield on this if you wanted to do big trips. I wouldn't go anything crazy. If you're going something super large, then maybe you just need to get yourself a bigger bike. Bigger bike that's more designed for touring. Okay, noted. You would have seen that as well. I shifted up, but I didn't push it hard enough, so it just went into neutral. I didn't want to kick it up into a gear with the rev range on. I don't know how it would like that. So I clutched in to make sure I shifted properly. But like I said before, that's the benefit of the clutch, is you can take all doubt away and go back to basics that you already know. I think that's a big make or break point in my eyes for a bike. Now that I've experienced quite a few bikes, is its ability to handle the bumps, not just on the straights, but especially on the corners. If you're going around a corner and you're bumping around all over the place, it's not great. You're going to be very uncomfortable and you're not going to get a feel with the bike. You're not going to become one with a bike. You want that trust that if something was to happen, you're going to be ready for it.